McAleer.
Sorry, you are an anti-fracking activist, and at the last minute you've been appointed as an independent moderator. But I don't care.
I'm the one that put the thing together.
I am going. Yeah. So then you shouldn't be moderating.
Now, if your moderator had not backed out at Friday at the last minute,
I wasn't my moderator.
What?
Calvin suggested him actually, and I have that email to prove that. Isn't that right, Calvin?
Yep.
Then you suggested by email.
Who did she contact?
Right, you contacted her by email.
No, Calvin, you one suggested her by email. I have that email. Do you want me to get the email up?
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Miss
Phil,
Segovia?
First of all, I want to get with, listen, you and Kelvin and I go down here. I want to go over the rules. I promise you, I will be 100% objective. I will not in any way. My opinion does not matter. You're not going to hear from me other than to control.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about the rules. Let's talk about the rules.
Can you find any moderator?
Any moderator by himself.
No moderator, what an anti-fracking activist. Well done, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin. When did you know who the moderator would be?
5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago, you know. Oh, okay.
You were the one that suggested
Here's what we're going to
We
do.
signed an agreement saying that we're gonna get an unbiased moderator. Would you consider yourself?
It didn't say anything about an unbiased moderator.
No, it did.
I've got a copy of it.
Sorry. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm very happy because I have nothing to hide. And I don't care if the moderator's on fire.
Very well.
So,
My bias.
okay, is this a private meeting this year?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Someone's filming.
If you want to
Okay.
video it,
No,
that's
I
fine.
don't want to video. I don't
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, let's-
Here's what we're going to talk about. The way this is going to work, when we start the debate, each one of you is going to have 10 minutes to make an opening comment presentation, whatever you want to say. After that, I guess we'll do a coin toss or something to decide who's going to go first. One of you will ask a question, the other will have 3 minutes to answer it. Then the one that answered the question will ask a question of the other one, and he'll have 3 minutes to answer. Then we'll go back to the first debater, who will ask another question. The second debater will have 3 minutes to answer it. Then the second debater will ask another question, and the first debater will have 3 minutes to answer it. After that, we're going to open it up to questions from the audience. When they ask the questions, they're going to send them up on a card. I'll read those questions. Each one of you will then, alternating, have 3 minutes to answer. The only time you're going to hear from me is if you go off topic or if you try to exceed the time limit. We've got a timer out there. He'll be keeping an accurate time. And if one of you goes over time or you start going off topic, I'll interfere with the process and stop it and put everybody back on track. But we are going to operate it according to the civil rules of debate. And as long as everybody plays that game by that rule, you'll never hear from me other than to call whose time it is.
How many questions do we have in the first opening?
Well, you guys will each have two to ask each other. And then the audience will ask questions, and both of you will have a shot at each question the audience answers. So, my personal opinion is not going to be heard from anybody. I'm not going to talk in there other than to control.
There may be some, oh, you're going to put questions on one piece of paper, okay.
Yes, yes. The audience is going to send them to me, and I'm going to read them, because we don't really have a good setup here for the audience to come up and ask questions. And on top of that, my feeling is this. If we do it like this, we'll get more questions asked by the audience, and you guys can have more time to discuss it. So we're just trying to eliminate people getting up there, making long-range speeches and
Who
things
is
like that.
collecting the questions? Who's collecting the questions? How are the questions collected from the audience?
We've got some people that are going to hand out cards, index cards. They're going to write it on it and we're going to send them up to them.
Who are those people? Do they work for Track Dallas? The people who are collecting the questions?
No, absolutely not.
We'll just have to take them.
We wouldn't have a problem if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, if you want to collect the cards, we're going to do that.
Any other points? Any other?
No, that's it as far as I'm concerned.
One question that I have is who goes first on the intros and who goes last?
Well, whoever goes first on the intro will go last. Let me flip a coin. I'll let you call it.
I don't understand that. Does that mean?
All right. One of you is going to be the first speaker
Yes.
in the whole debate. At the end, I didn't mention it, but at the end of the debate, we're also going to give you guys about 3 minutes each for a closing remark. Whoever is the first speaker at the opening of the debate will be the last speaker at the end. Will be the next to last speaker at the end. Whoever is second at the first will be the last one to speak at the end.
Okay.
So If you go first at the beginning, you'll go first at the end. If you go second at the beginning, you'll be last at the end. All right? Call it in there. Head or tail? Tails?
Head.
Heads? Tails it is? You want to go first or you want to go second?
I'm gonna say.
All right, you want to go first, then? All right. So you'll be first at the beginning of the debate and first at the end. During the time that we're having the audience.
First at the end as well, first.
Yeah, you'll be first, both the beginning and the end.
Right.
And during the time that the audience is asking questions, I'm gonna alternate back and forth. So one time you'll get the question first, and then the second time Kelvin will get the question first.
Well, there's a possibility that some of the questions will be directed at me, and then they would be directed at him. So I had intended that if they're directed at him, he gets to answer it, and then I get to also chime in. That gives us each 3 minutes.
Because it's not likely that the questions will be directed at both of you, but each one of you will get a chance to comment on every question. So we're not gonna deny anybody equal opportunity to speak. To the best of my ability, you guys should have exactly the same amount of time to speak. And that's why we've got a timekeeper to make sure that happens.
Right.
All right?
Need to start.
All right,
Time is,
great.
Okay.
You will
Okay,
find
I'm gonna
you
use
will
the
find that I
restroom
will
real quick and I'll
be
be right back.
100% unbiased and objective on this thing. That's my purpose, is to make sure it goes that way. Outside here, when we're talking among ourselves, it might be different. But in there, when the audience is there, I will be 100% objective, 100% of the time.
let's see.
Sure. Would you like me to do that? You're the first person that ever asked me for an autograph.
Go on. Put debate. No.
Today's the 27th, isn't it?
It's gonna be worth it for a lot of money.
I hope so.
I'm Tim Sheriff.
I have the debate starting, unfortunately, isn't that right?
It's not starting until I introduce everybody.
Yeah, he's introducing.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. All I have for you is that, if it's okay with you, that you're a proponent of natural gas development, journalist, and most noted for documentary Frack Nation.
No, I'm
Seems
not. I'm not a proponent of natural gas development.
You're not?
No.
Okay, so what would you like me to,
I'm a journalist and filmmaker.
so I just say you're a journalist and filmmaker
Yeah.
and leave it at that?
Yeah.
And then you'll take care of the rest?
I'm director of
Producer of Frack Nation.
Director and producer of Frack Nation.
Okay.
Among many other
So I'll
fabulous
say-
films.
No, natural, not a proponent. Yeah. The journalist, filmmaker, and director and producer of the documentary Frack Nation.
Come on in.
You got to show them in front of the mic when it's done.
Well, yeah.